How is everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of CTM Sports Live, where we talk about sports from a regular person perspective. Things that we see fly across the news and wire and stuff of that nature. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and let's start the show. Also, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think at any time about what I'm saying and your thoughts. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel. We appreciate that. I'm about to get right into it. And first topic is the Celtics win the NBA title, like I've been saying. Way better team than the Mavericks. Better guard play. The Mavericks only had 2. Celtics had like 4. So you bring 2 guns or you bring 4 guns to the fight. Who you think gonna win? Let me know. Tatum. I got that wrong. I'm sorry. Jaylen Brown wins the final MVP. Nino, a.k.a. Nino Brown, wins the final MVP. I don't know how I typed that wrong. About halfway tired but today, but we're going to figure it out. Did he deserve the MVP? I think he deserved the MVP. But let me know, do you think something different? Some people thought Tatum deserved the MVP, but I think I said it, I think of the last podcast I made, sports podcast, that Jaylen Brown was going to have a good game. He's going to win the MVP, and then he's going to be able to shake the haters off in the media and stuff like that. And he did just that. He played defense on Luka. He D'd him up. He took the challenge. He took the Pepsi challenge. And he did that thing.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I think that now they're going to have to start respecting him. Will they do it? I don't know. But now that he won a championship and the MVP, the first Bill Russell trophy won by a Celtic, how ironic is that? He's going to be in history whether they like him or not. He's going to be in history. So, shout out to Jaylen Brown, man. Shout out to Jaylen Brown for holding it down, man, and not letting them get under his skin.
It's always business, never personal.
And to the Mavericks, you know I got to give it to them. So before we go to the Mavericks, I want to ask you, if you had to pick one of these guys out of free agency for your team, who would you pick? James Harden or D'Angelo Russell? Who would you pick? Both of them are kind of like the one and the same when it comes to personality. Unpredictable. 1 minute they're happy, next minute they not. 1 minute they aggressive, next minute they not. 1 minute they playing to the potential, next minute they not. But if you had a team and these guys, I don't know if they're going to be unrestricted free agency. I'm not sure. But if you had to pick one, who would you pick? James Harden or D'Angelo Russell? Because I really don't like neither one of these guys, so I'm kind of objective. I probably would go with James Harden. At least you know you're going to get some scoring output out of him. D'Angelo Russell is like rolling the dice. You just never know because he's a real guy to run off emotion. So, in my opinion, yeah, James Harden probably be a better pick, even though I don't like neither one of them. And while we're at this point, shout out to the unofficial sponsor, Propel. Once again, if you don't like drinking water out the faucet like I do, this can revitalize you to drinking water again. I promise you. I've been drinking it for probably about 3 or 4 weeks now. I feel the difference drinking more water. I do feel the difference, but for some reason I just can't drink. I don't like faucet water. I never have. But the weird thing is I make some Kool-Aid with faucet water and drink it all day. So let that Shout out to Propel, man. Unofficial sponsor. Keeps me going. So with that being said, let me know who you pick. James Harden or D'Angelo Russell. Who you picking? If you had to pick one for a team. So our next segment is what can the Mavs learn from this loss? What can they learn? I think that a two-man game only can take you so far, especially if they don't play defense on both ends of the floor. Yes, you can have the best offense, but how do you stop the other team, though? You never want to go tit for tat, like a tit for tat gunfight, because then it's like 50-50. You never know. One straight bullet or some crazy happen now, you lose in the battle. So that's why the Celtics won this series, because of defense. Defense wins games. It does, guys. In my opinion, defense wins games. You can score all you want, but if you can't stop the other team from scoring and be in a shootout, you don't want to lose. You don't want to get in where you lose to like a random shot or last minute run. You want to shut the team out as much as you can. So,
Blade, ready to die.
let me know in the comments, what do you think the Mavs learns from this loss? I think they're gonna have to get a legit shooting forward. I don't know why. How can I say this? Trying to think of how I'm gonna frame this. I don't know why Jason Kidd wasn't playing Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't know why, but I think it cost him a lot in this playoffs. And you can't put somebody in at the last minute and think they're just gonna come save the day. But be interesting to see if they keep Tim Hardaway Jr. going forward, but I doubt it. And why they weren't playing him, I don't know. I mean, it's in his DNA to hit big shots like his dad, but just didn't get the shine. You know, sometimes you don't get that shine. But let me know. So, our next question is Luka still in the top 10 players in the NBA? Was a runner up or was top 3 for the MVP? Led the Mavs to the finals, but lost to the Celtics. Averaged almost a triple double. Is he still in the top 10? I think he is. There are a lot of top 10 players who lost championships, or lost in the finals, or didn't even get to the finals because of team. You don't win a finals with one player, you win the finals with a team, and the Celtics just showed us that. They won as a team, not as one player. They tried to do it with two players, but um, it just wasn't gonna happen. Celtics had just too much manpower for the Mavs, too much depth, like good players depth. The Mavericks had depth, but all those guys were so young, they didn't know how to rise to the occasion, being in the finals. And I think that's what happened because they got a lot of big guys, like with 6'11 guys, but it's something about the Celtics team system, man. It just works. Because I think Jaylen was playing power forward. Nino Brown was playing power forward. It's Propel Good, unofficial sponsor of the podcast. Propel. If you don't like faucet water, get you some. But let me know, do you think Luka's still in the top 10 NBA players right now? I think he is. He may not be in the top 3, but I think he's in the top 10. Is Jaylen Brown in the top 10 or top 5? I think he's in the top 10. I don't know about top 5, but he's in the top 10. Um, is he the best player on the team for the Celtics right now? He won MVP, but him and Tatum, they was real close with the numbers. But does Tatum have the edge over? I mean, Brown have the edge over Tatum? think they both are kind of like 1A, 1B, in my opinion. And I like the attitude they have. They're not trying to make it, a tension between them. They just like, man, we do it as a team. We roll as a team. Um, we bad boys for life. So shout out to them. So with that being said, check this out. Can some of these free agents change some NBA teams' success? You got tier 5, you got tier 4, you got tier 3, you got tier 2, and you got tier 1. Like tier 2, you got Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, and Paul George. Which one of those guys could change the team's fortunes? Let's say if they saying Paul George should go to the 76ers. Would he change the 76ers' fortunes? I don't think so. I think Paul George needs to be a third option, in my opinion, or a team that plays like. I'll be honest. I go out on a limb and say this.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What if Paul George went to the Heat, the Miami Heat, with Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Hero? What if he went there? Think about that. Playing with the Heat. That'll be a good situation right there. You think about Kawhi Leonard. Will the Clippers re-sign him? Where could he go? I don't know if a lot of teams really want to fool with him, but I think I wouldn't be surprised. I'll drop this one. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers take a shot at Kawhi Leonard. If they let him go in free agency, I wouldn't be surprised. Because they tried to get him the first time, but the Clippers made him an offer he couldn't refuse. But now, his value then kind of went down because he got injured here and there. I wouldn't be surprised if they go after Kawhi Leonard. But let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments because it's going to be some shifting going on in free agency. You better believe it. So, looking at some other guys. I'm sorry, I had to do some back end work real quick. Let's think about this. Anthony Davis. There's been rumors that the Knicks were interested. There's been rumors other teams are interested. Who could Anthony Davis go to right now, you think? I mean, he could go just about anywhere. If I knew he could play the hardest like he used to playing, I would probably. I don't know if he could go to Miami because they really big on conditioning. I don't know if he could make it in Miami, but trying to think. The Mavericks could use a big man of his skill, and then they have him, Luca, and Kyrie, which would be crazy. Who else? Uh no, he wouldn't be good with Philly. I don't think he would like Philly, even though that'd probably be a good spot for him because he don't have to be dominant. Couldn't go to Phoenix. I don't think the money will work with Phoenix. That would be good if he went to Phoenix, but I don't think the money will work with Phoenix. So he might end up staying with the Lakers, man, depending on who they get as the coach. But then you got tier 3. Let's go back to this and blow it up a little bit more. Um, you got Harden, yeah. Klay Thompson is another person. Think about Klay. Who could he go to? Could the Lakers go after him? Or the Heat? The Heat could go after him. That'll be a nice addition. And I don't even like Miami like that, but boy, they got him. What if Dallas went after him? And he's sitting in the wing. You got him, Kyrie, and Luka. And you got Klay running off the screen, catching the ball. Interesting. You got Pascal Siakam. What do you think about that? Who could he go to that could make a difference? I don't know why, but I don't think he could do it. But I could see the Knicks. If they got rid of Julius Randle, I could see the Knicks trying to get Pascal. Or a team in the West. I don't know who he go to because he kind of a 4-3 kind of guy that can dribble the ball, that can really, do some damage around the basket. But be interesting to see who signs him as a free agent. Be interesting. DeMar DeRozan, the mid-range monster. I know. Shout out to DeMar, man. I like DeMar DeRozan, man. I know DeMar was trying to get to the Lakers a couple times, but I don't know if they're going to bring him in because I don't know, even though he would be great. I mean, the mid-range, two-guard, and I think he would make LeBron day a little bit easier because he's not afraid to shoot the ball, and he's a mid-range monster. The mid-range starting to come back a little bit more too. But it'd be interesting to see where he goes because he is older too. He's I would say either right at the end of his prime or past his prime, somewhere in there. But definitely a third or fourth option on the team. He'll be great. But yeah, check that out. Then you got Drew Holiday. I think he has an option, a 36 something million option, or he can opt out. Be interesting to see if he opt out so he can get more money, or will he just take a little humble pie and stay? But you never know. It's like two ways you can look at that logically. You can either opt out, negotiate more money because you just won a championship and they won because of you, and that makes your value go up, or you can take the 36 million and stay for one more year, and then be totally a free agent. Then you can see where things go. Never know. Or they can give him a little wink deal. You sign this option, we give you a job for the rest of your life with the team. Who knows? You got Maxey. I think Maxey's good for the 76ers. I don't know if I don't know, man. I'm still kind of on the fence about him playing for another team. I think the situation with the 76ers is made for him to thrive in. Now, Tobias Harris. Shout out to Tobias Harris. I like Tobias Harris. If I was the Lakers, I probably would get Tobias Harris and put him at the 2. Tobias at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4. If they can't get like Klay or something, that's what I would do. I don't know who the other guy is. Tier 5, nah. I mean, that's the wrong button. Tier 5, those are the consolation prizes where you can't get the top 4 tiers. You get one of those guys. Mike Conley, probably the only one out of there that I think that's probably more reliable. Otherwise than that, well, let me know in the comments what you think about the free agency this year. So, moving on to our next slide. Bill Belichick is out here drafting again. He out here recruiting again. It says that Bill Belichick all smiles in photo of first encounter with 24-year-old girlfriend. I hope this not true. I hope this he just got photo bombed or something. I hope this ain't true. Bill Belichick probably like 60 or 70. Dating a 24-year-old. What can he do at that age, man? And I think the strategy, Bill Belichick, man, he always try to get the maximum output. His strategy is he going to give her a 5-year deal with a 6-year option or the option to, cut bait. So she going to have to perform. But let me know in the comments, do you think this kind of crazy? Bill Belichick is with a 24-year-old. That's crazy. He's old enough to be her grandpa.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
The truth is this. If he didn't have the money, if he wasn't Bill Belichick, would he be able to pull something like this off? And realistically, would he be able to pull something like this off? I don't know. But I thought it was pretty crazy because, man, this dude old, man. Bill Belichick, man, he been around for a long time, man. And this dude, man, you talking about somebody like, one of the greatest offensive minds. So you better believe this dude can sell magic beans to Jack and tell him a beanstalk gonna grow. You better believe it. This is Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time. But the crazy part is he dating a 24-year-old, which is crazy. I'm 41. I'm 41. And my wife is all I need. I couldn't even imagine. I'm 41 trying to even think about somebody that's 24. And this dude is like probably probably double my age now, like close to 70, 60, 70, something like that. So I don't know, man. That's crazy, man. But let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's pretty crazy, man. Like I said, he probably gave her a 5th year with a 6-year option. Knowing Bill Belichick, man, he is very thrifty, man, making deals and stuff. So who knows what's going on there. But time will tell. We'll see. And
you want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And when you think about this situation specifically.
But remember this. Sooner or later, the thirst always wins.
And the thirst will win. What do you think a 24-year-old would talk to somebody that's old enough to be their grandpa? That's crazy. But sometimes the money, man, make you think a little different. It changes your logic a little bit. This is my opinion. Just change your logic. Change your logic. So, with that being said, just wanted to laugh a little bit on that. Our next slide. Is Kyrie turning to Uncle Drew? He just lost the finals, had some bad games in Boston. He said it kind of got to him in Boston because he kind of talked trash a little bit. He said that it wasn't loud enough or they wasn't this. But is he starting to look like Uncle Drew? He's getting older. He's not the same. He's not the Kyrie that played for the Cavaliers. He's 30-something-year-old Kyrie now. He can't just turn it on and turn it off. It's not. When you get older, Father Time start knocking at the door, you just don't have that same edge or same, what am I trying to say? You don't have the same, the switch, the turn on, turn off switch. You don't have that. You can't just power up. It don't work like that all the time when you get in your 30s. When you get like 34, 30, 33, 34, 35, somewhere in there, man, it ain't the same, man. It's just not. I'm telling you at 41, you have to really be meticulous about your day or what you're going to do and how you move around. You got to stay active. But you can't move around like you did when you was in your 20s. You just can't. If you get sick when you get older, it take a little bit longer to recover than when you was younger. So I can't even imagine, playing games and you're sore, your body trying to recover, and you got to get ready for the next game. But let me know in the comments. Do you think Kyrie is starting to turn into Uncle Drew, or did he just have a bad series?
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Because he really kind of phased out. I think he used so much energy against the Timberwolves. I think he kind of ran out. I mean, he was kind of like a cell phone. When your cell phone battery low at 15%, I think he was running at 15%. And I think something was up with Luka too, in my opinion. I think Luka had like a leg injury or something like that. They were saying, I don't know. He didn't use that as an excuse. I'm not going to use that as an excuse either, but it's something was up with his body that they didn't want to talk about. I think he tried to play through it. But if he would have won, it would have been a great story. Luka played on one leg and won the championship, but he didn't. So
that boy is good. Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
So guys, please be sure to check out the CTMTV channel on YouTube, where we are producing the Thinking Game podcast and CTM Sports content. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to CTMTV at YouTube, and please subscribe to CTMTV LR in all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well. Thanks for watching. I'm signing out. We appreciate everybody. And with that being said,
hey, this is Mike Flair, and bingo, you're watching CTM Sports. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and continue watching. Bottom line, bingo.
And remember, there can only be one CTM Sports podcast.
There can be only one.
And with that being said, this is Mike Flair, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching.